Today, we are focusing on personal growth, business development, and the power of leadership in building a thriving company.
This is my challenge, and coming out from that mindset, the 9 to 5 and job security, breaking that and coming to the business world, that itself is a big barrier.
Now, let's focus on the specific part of your coaching because you're guiding a lot of corporate professionals to enter the entrepreneurial world.
We are in this beautiful country,
Right.
and most of us, we start our journey with being an employee, and then we work, reach certain point, and then again the same challenge starts, that what if I lose this job? That brings me that my story, just started thinking that there can be many people with this similar story, similar problem.
Hi, this is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the inspiring journeys and strategies of successful entrepreneurs. Today, we are focusing on personal growth, business development, and the power of leadership in building a thriving company. Now, recent trends highlight the importance of resilience, continuous learning, and a strong company culture in achieving entrepreneurial success. This discussion today will provide valuable insights for anyone looking to navigate the challenges and rewards of building their own business. Joining us today is Suman Shahi, founder and CEO of sHelto Mortgage Brokerage, a dynamic leader with the passion for empowering his team and revolutionizing the mortgage industry. So, before further ado, let's dive in. So, Suman, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Kripa, first of all, inviting me to the Canadian Small Business Podcast. We are talking for a while,
Right.
and I apologize for being late.
No
Again,
worries.
but
We are finally able to do that, and that's what matters, right?
Yes.
So, I'm so glad we're having this
Pleasure
conversation.
is all mine, Kripa.
Great. Now, Suman, let's start the conversation by discussing your entrepreneurial journey. Where did it all start from? Because in every entrepreneur's life, the background, the personal stories, they have an influence to play. So, what's your story?
Absolutely. And my journey started when I was 10-year-old,
Okay.
and my father, he used to be an aviation mechanic,
Okay.
and he was a veteran.
Mhm.
So वो
Wow.
army life में थे, और वो
Right.
chopper mechanic थे.
Right.
He had a chopper crash,
Oh,
though it was
so
shock for us.
yeah.
The chopper got crashed from 9,000 feet, and
Okay.
he survived.
Okay.
So we were coming from school, and our neighbor said, "You know what? Your mom has said to take you guys to the mall."
Right.
I was like, "After school, mom never said this. No,
Right.
mom never has done this."
Right.
So I was excited. Okay, I have to go to mall after school,
Right.
and then we have been taken to hospital,
Oh my God.
and it was army hospital, and my father was lying on the bed, and he was talking normally, and we have been told that he had a chopper crash,
Oh my God.
and it was a big
A
blow
big
to the
crash.
family.
Yeah.
Mom got tensed, whole family, they're doing like what to do next.
Right.
My little mind was so curious that, I started thinking, what if dad wouldn't have survived, right?
Of course.
He was the
we
only
have
bread
this.
earner in the family.
Right.
Duh,
Right.
That's where I connect now, that
Right.
always I want to have something that will be from the cash flow point of view, from finance point of view, should be irrespective of whether I am there or not.
Right.
That's the starting
There
point.
should be security, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that one accident, started building me, telling me that I need to do something beyond
Mm-hmm.
the being a solo hero of the family, and solo bread and butter earner
Right.
of the family.
Wow.
That's the initiation point.
That's, a very bittersweet story.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that, you are very proud of where you have come till now. If I were to ask you, what's the biggest challenge that, of course, we have so many challenges, it's so difficult to pinpoint any one.
Yeah.
But if any one challenge that, throughout your entrepreneurial journey, what would you have resolved?
See, the biggest challenge coming from, I'll call typical middle class family from India,
Right.
where the mindset is all about get a good grade and go to
Right.
university and
Right.
get the job done, right? So you do your job, and that's your happy path.
Right.
Now coming out, this is my challenge, and coming out from that mindset, that 9 to 5
Right.
and job security.
Yeah.
Breaking that and coming to the business world,
Mhm.
that itself is a big barrier.
Right.
And tuning yourself, hey, there is other side of the story, which we see so many successful entrepreneurs. They must be doing something meaningful,
Right.
right? I have never seen top 1% or 2% of the world doing job, right? So challenges are there, but this transitioning, not literally doing, but thinking that, yeah, you know what, I have to transition and it's nothing bad. So that was the biggest
It's a
challenge for me.
mindset shift.
Yeah, shift.
Personally.
That shift has to happen before you become entrepreneur or
Right.
business owner, right?
Right.
That yes, that can be option.
Right.
So that's the first thing
Right.
I've overcome with all the life experience. And once you are mentally prepared, then it's all about taking action.
Right. So
Right.
it becomes easier, right, to take
Yes.
action.
Yes.
Very inspiring. Now, so when your corporate background can, offer a wealth of knowledge because, understanding organizational structures to navigating complex business environments,
Yes.
what was your corporate background like? And, what key lessons did you learn throughout your journey?
Absolutely. Now, one thing I would like to tell to your listener is that, never hate your job.
Right.
When you run an organization as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, everything that you have learned in that big corporation will come back,
Right.
right?
Yes.
I have started I worked in India for 1.5 years only after graduating from university. And then I was fortunate to work with all the multinational company in US and then Canada.
Okay.
They taught me the value of process, system, right? Technology,
Right.
compliances,
Right. How things work in real
how
life.
thing works,
Yeah.
and how to manage people with diverse background, which all these attributes are coming back now when I'm running a company as a CEO.
Right. So you
right?
have to fill all the roles yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it's like our soft launch. Take your corporate job as a soft launch to your entrepreneurship journey,
That's a very, here's a special message for our listeners from seven sides. But if I were to ask you, would you have, if you were to given, another chance to relive the life, the past years, would you start your entrepreneurial journey much before?
That's one thing I tell my kids, if I knew this thing when I was 18-year-old,
Right.
I would have started my career as an
Earlier,
entrepreneur,
yeah.
right? This entrepreneur is one word, and the definition can be written in a book. I haven't seen any beautiful word than entrepreneurship.
Right.
I mean, define entrepreneurship. It's such a
Wholesome word, yeah.
Yes, it includes everything, right? It's not just a business.
Right.
It's a mindset. It's your daily life. It's how you take to the roadblocks, how you inspire people, and so on and so forth. So yes, I would have started this way earlier.
Wow. Every entrepreneur ever says that, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they enjoy the process so much that they think this could have been much earlier in life. Now, Suman, building a successful business starts with, having a clear vision and a commitment to fostering growth within your team, right?
Sure.
You're a successful mortgage broker. What inspired you to start your own brokerage, sHelto, and what is its vision?
Sure. I'll take you a little bit, go behind
Right.
the story
Yeah.
of starting sHelto. So sHelto is today visible thing that everybody knows about it.
Right.
But there are a lot of things,
Right.
the backstage,
The behind the scenes.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So while I was in corporate, my corporate background was in technology and banking. So banking related technology.
Got
So
it.
that helped me really shape into
Right.
mortgage.
And that's a very interesting overlap
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
right?
that's very good overlap. But while I was doing my 9 to 5 job, I was in a senior executive position with my company.
Right.
I started realizing that my dad's dependency, right, on one job, one person earning, that solo hero thing. And today I'm in Canada. I'm talking about like 12 years back. Today I'm in Canada and I'm in the same position where I'm earning, I'm doing everything,
Right.
and my family's totally depend on me.
Right.
Like what changed? Nothing. Like I'm doing the same thing.
It's a life cycle, yeah.
Right. So the only country changed
Right.
and the character changed, right?
Right.
My father and me.
Yeah.
So I started doing parallel operations. So while I was doing my job,
Okay.
I got my license as a mortgage agent.
Mhm.
That's one thing I started doing very early of
Right.
point of my career in Canada.
Mhm.
Second thing, as an entrepreneur, we always have this weakness I called, or a strength, that's shiny object syndrome. Whenever something comes, we just don't discount. We see upside down,
Right,
that
right.
curious mind.
Yeah.
I started a commercial bakery,
Okay.
which is completely not related to my background.
Right. It's off the charts.
Yeah, it's manufacturing. It's not a retail bakery. It's a commercial one. It's
Got
not very far. It's like here, right, other side of the runway, or Pearson Airport.
Oh.
Yeah, Torbram and Steels, I think.
Okay. How many years was this before?
This was like 9 years back.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm doing my 9 to 5,
Right.
pretty senior role,
Right.
and doing this mortgage and this bakery.
Right.
This bakery was manufacturing business is very different, right, from service
Right.
business.
Right.
Setting up this bakery from scratch, making, formulating this recipe,
Right.
selling those cakes to
Right.
to Sabji Mandi of the world,
Right.
and the ocean, all the
Right.
names, the real
Right.
stores here.
Right. Right.
I
right.
did those things,
Wow.
and I used to work in the daytime, 9 to 5, and then go to the bakery in the night time and come back in the morning.
Double shifts, triple shifts.
Yes, and that business, and the flip side is that business didn't work. So that's my failure story.
That's the best thing about being an entrepreneur, that it's the risk that you're taking, right?
Yeah.
Some things will fail and some things will succeed.
Yeah.
So you do have the guts for that. That it just shows
It
that.
was so overwhelming at that point of time.
Yeah.
But when we sold the business, we sold for profit.
Right.
However, it was overwhelming for me to manage that business physically.
Right.
But that business taught me so much that, like, here I am a mortgage agent, and
Right.
here running that company, right? That was a smooth journey that now I have running my brokerage. So it's all connected, right?
Yeah.
So being an agent, independent agent, but running this bakery business taught me how to operate brokerage. If not exactly, but there are
No, still.
there's so many similarities, right?
Very small things that you only learn when you are in practical on the field, right?
Yes. So I can perfectly bake a loaf cake and a croissant.
Oh wow. Something that your wife and kids must love about you.
Yeah,
right?
my daughter always asks me to
Yeah.
bake that. I don't
Yeah.
get time, but whenever I get time, I bake.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Now, you can just continue and shed some light on the current sHelto's vision right
Sure,
now.
sure.
So, after like 10 years from now,
Yeah.
where do you see sHelto going?
Okay, sHelto we started in 2023.
Okay.
So we'll complete 2 years this August.
Okay.
I work with various brokerages as an agent
Right.
and broker.
Right.
And my big reason to start sHelto is whatever I learned, now it's a time to give back
To the community.
to the
right.
agents,
Right.
and my struggle with the industry, with the learning, right?
Yeah.
I want to minimize that
Mhm.
and guide them to the right track. So our vision with sHelto Mortgage is make agent truly independent.
Hmm.
Simple vision,
Right.
achievable.
Right.
It can be understood easily. Why we are saying independent is mortgage is a complex product.
Right.
Just imagine if you come to sHelto Mortgage and you are not trained properly, how can you talk to your client?
Of course not.
If you can't talk to your client, how can you help your client?
Right.
And what we are helping about? Purchasing home.
Purchasing home, yeah.
So
That's the biggest decision that some people have.
Correct.
Because it's also a very emotional decision, right?
Yeah.
So,
when the vision is clear
Yeah.
that we have to make our agent independent,
mhm.
it has so many benefits, and the company is designed to achieve that one single goal.
Wow.
Hence, we have top-notch technology so that they can be independent.
Right.
We have top-notch training programs so that they can be independent,
Right.
right? We have a lot of lenders
Right.
so that they can work with multiple options,
Hmm.
right? And we do not believe in hiding anything, because transparency is the core of our business, right? So that whatever I have access to in terms of knowledge share, they have to, right? So sHelto, I have seen people coming with zero background of mortgage
Yeah.
and becoming mentors, becoming broker
Right.
in the matter of 2 years' time.
Wow.
It's just that we share. We
Right.
don't keep things, okay, this is your part, this is our part. It's
Right.
completely transparent,
Right.
and you have access to every repository that company has.
Amazing. The more the knowledge you share, the
Yeah.
more you learn in life as
Yes.
well, right? And I love how clear and simple and achievable your vision is, because a lot of founders struggle with their initial vision, right? So if that is clear, no doubt sHelto is going to become even more successful in the coming years. All right, it's time for a short break right here, and when we return, we'll discuss what is the vision behind sHelto Mortgage.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. You still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep. Healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah. Well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep. That's all us. That's all UPS.
And we're back from the break, and let's continue our discussion with Suman Shahi. Now, let's focus on the specific part of your coaching, because you're guiding a lot of corporate professionals to enter the entrepreneurial world.
Yeah.
How exactly are you doing that? Because if any corporate person who, is in a corporate job right now and is interested, what's the first thing that you'll tell them to do?
See, let's see. We are in this beautiful country,
Right.
right? And most of us, we start our journey with being an employee,
Mm-hmm.
and then we work, reach certain point,
Right.
and then again the same challenge starts. That what if I lose this job?
Right.
That brings me that my story. I just started thinking that there can be many people
Mm.
with this similar story, similar problem, right?
Yeah.
So if someone has done it,
Mm.
let's show them the path. Such as, I started focusing on what are the transferable knowledge
Right.
that I had, that I used in this industry, from my corporate
Right.
to mortgage.
Okay.
Now I start seeing that people working in government agencies, people working in private sector, at senior manager, director,
Right.
senior people, right? Managers, they know how to manage team. They know what is compliance. They know how to follow the process. You just need that right guidance,
Hmm.
and these people can be transformed into future leader very quick. And they have a big reason that, and everybody who calls me, they want to join sHelto, they say, you know what, we want to do this full time. Because
Because they're so interested, invested in this.
yes,
Yeah.
because it will give you true freedom.
Right.
What do you need as a mortgage broker? You don't need any big office, to be honest. As long as you have your phone, you have internet,
Yeah.
you can help your client.
That's a very, impactful and very powerful initiative.
Yeah.
Helping others achieve their entrepreneurial dreams is a great way to give back, and only a person whose heart is so genuine can do that. So once again, kudos to you for achieving that in life.
Thank you.
Now, we understand that you're also a karate black belt, right? Let's explore that aspect of your life and how it relates to your business today. Because discipline and focus are key elements, both in martial arts and business. So, would you say that there's anything that you learned there that you're applying in today's time?
Oh, I don't want to confuse your audience. Okay? So, as any kid, you learn one sport, and
Right.
I took martial art as a sport, and I
Yeah.
started learning very early stage. I got my black belt when I was 16-year-old in
Wow,
India.
always an achiever, right? Yeah.
Now, when my father had a chopper crash and everything,
Mhm.
my mom got panicked, and she sent me to her place, the Nanihal, right? The
Right, right.
maternal place
Right.
for study.
Right.
So I was living alone with my grandmother,
Yeah.
and as somebody took me to this class, and my guru was teaching there, and I saw him, I joined him. Since then till now, this person, he's no longer.
Oh.
This person sometimes comes to my dream. I'm that
Really?
connected with him.
Wow.
Karate taught me. It actually handholded me when I needed the most, because my parents were not there. My dad was doing job, and as a 13-year-old, as a 15-year-old, you would need your parents to be with you. You need your family to be with you. I had my karate coach with me.
Right.
So he shaped me basically not to do wrong things at that age and when you live alone. So since then, we came to this country, and I was teaching my son one day in my basement, and my wife said, you have to teach him every day so that he become black belt. And I said, you know what? I cannot do that because he thinks I'm a dad. So he will take it very personally or not professionally.
Yeah.
That's the starting point of our club called Karate Warriors.
Okay.
And see, I will not stop. I will convert my skill into business.
Right.
That's
the most impressive
right?
thing. Yeah.
Karate Warriors today is one of the most successful and biggest club in Ontario.
Amazing.
Yes, we have more than 300 students.
Wow.
And we started with 5, including my son, 2014.
Okay.
So we completed 11 years.
Wow.
And
congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. This business is a coaching business. Mortgage. Here I'm a principal broker.
Right.
I coach people.
Right.
It's all interconnected.
Hmm.
It's you who has to understand, right? What are the overlappings and the same skill you're utilizing. So end of the day, today I call myself as a coach.
Right.
I go very emotional when I go my coaching. I will not look at my time.
Right.
You have to learn this. You need to know this.
Yeah.
You know, there's a passion element. So martial art, being a sports person brings you that passion. And same thing I'm doing with mortgage. So I'm enjoying my life.
Right.
You know, doing
That's right, yeah.
and helping kids. Like I'm so fortunate that I have a student who is 4-year-old in karate.
Wow.
And I have my agents who are adults.
Right.
So that's the range. So you're dealing with 4-year-old to, I have my senior most agent who is 70-year-old.
Wow. So
in the office.
Entire life journey is there.
Dealing these two characters on the same day, you know, gives you satisfaction.
Right.
And you are the common ground.
Right. Well, I'm just so, awestruck and so inspired because I had no idea about this Karate Warriors. So you are basically, in Hindi we call Chupa Rustam. You literally are an ace card in everything that you do, right? So before we let you go, Suman, if there's, the question to you, I think that makes sense is how exactly do you manage and balance all these things effectively, right? Your personal life, various business portfolios, leadership responsibilities, the karate business. How do you do it all?
Okay, I'll not sound philosophical here. I never think this way. You never feel it like that.
Right.
I'm not feeling like I'm managing multiple things.
Right.
It is so organic now.
Right.
That it's happening. I don't know how it's happening. For example, I go to brokerage. I see my agents. We talk to realtors, lawyers, all the mortgage things. And when I return home, I have my cup of tea. And what do you do after that? You watch YouTube or you go to grocery. But my life, I go to my club and meet my 4-year-old who will say, "Hi, coach. Why your beard is so white? Why didn't you paint?"
Oh my God.
I don't think this is something that you need to manage. It's so nice that if you are, stressed or you are loaded with your 9 to 5 or my brokerage work, then I have this completely other side of the life where my kids, my students are coming and giving me so much joy. I love to be in this rather than being managed or being, you have to manage. Another thing I want to tell to our audience and my agents, my students is that, we talk about mindset a lot and we look for motivation. There are lots of motivational coaches and around. I believe in one line, and again, not philosophical. I have my DP in WhatsApp. It's a quote from Elon Musk saying that if you need inspiration, don't do it.
I also read this. I know what you're talking about.
Right? Why I have to inspire you to get rich?
Right.
Why I have to inspire you to get fitter? It should come from within.
Right.
Right? So,
if you want it bad enough, it should come from
within. If you keep looking for motivation,
right,
you get motivated
Yeah.
and then it again fades out.
Right.
Again, you're looking for another source.
Right.
So you're trying to find out something outside that has to be within first. What I look for from outside world is skill. What's happening in the market, right? What can I learn?
Right.
Those are the things you learn from outside. But motivation should come from within.
Wow, more than a podcast, this feels like a therapeutic episode.
No.
You literally healing my inner child. But Suman, finally, before we let you go, if you had to describe in one line, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? What would you say?
Well, I want to leave a legacy where my kids, my students,
Right.
my agents,
Right.
they know what I'm talking about.
Right.
They should be independent. They should try everything they want to pursue in their life.
Right.
Never be afraid of failure or losing something, because end of the day, we all have to go one day.
Right.
Don't think that, oh, I wish I should have done that, but I did not do because of this.
Right. Don't keep any regrets.
No regrets at all. I had a lot of challenges, but that inside, I want to build a corporate. I want to build a team that can help the bigger community. That desire was always there. So in spite of facing so many challenges, that desire never, went off. So if you want to do something, that reason should take over any other thing,
Love the answer, Suman. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast and sharing your expertise with us. I loved each second of this conversation.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is mine. Thank you so much to Kripa, and your team. Beautiful setup.
Right.
And I'm very happy to come here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that was an insightful conversation with Suman Shahi, founder and CEO of sHelto Mortgage Brokerage, on his entrepreneurial journey, the vision behind his company, and his approach to leadership and personal growth. His experience provides valuable guidance for entrepreneurs and professionals alike. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, and we really appreciate your continued support. Also, be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. Also, visit our website, CanadianSME.ca. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, A1 Global College, and Google for their ongoing commitment to empowering small businesses in Canada. Until next time, keep innovating and striving for success, and we'll see you in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.